way. Won't you come out to play and sing Kidz Korner? Kidz Korner.
Hi, welcome to Kidz Korner. So glad you came back to see us, because today we have, to my right, Kate Callahan. She's our Connecticut State Troubadour, correct?
Correct, Christine.
Got all that in there?
Glad to be here.
Oh, I'm happy, so happy for you to be here. Some people are asking what's a Connecticut State Troubadour. Can you kind of fill them in?
Sure. For the past, since 1991, the state of Connecticut passed a law that we, as a state, are to have a state troubadour. And the honor is given every 2 years to usually a singer-songwriter or a folk performer of some sort who has a mission to do good with music and with the platform. So I was given the position in March of 2016, and I'll serve until March of 2018.
Wow, that's how's it been for you so far?
Well, it's the best job I've ever had.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you get to do? I mean, it's been a year, so...
Yeah, it's been over a year, and, the state will often ask me to perform an inspiring or motivational song at a state event, a reception at the governor's mansion, a rally at the state capitol, things like that. And so I'm given opportunities to sing for large audiences of people that I wouldn't necessarily have ever connected with without this platform. One of the other things I'm doing as state troubadour is I have applied for and been given grants to bring a vocal empowerment program to the women inmates at York Correctional Institution down in Niantic. So I begin working with the women there in early October.
And that's I went to one of your classes. That was interesting. So how are you helping them down there?
Well, I've been giving a workshop called The Miracle of Melody for about 3 years, and I give it to the public, and sometimes I'm hired by corporations or, for instance, the UConn Business School hires me to come in and give this Miracle of Melody, which is a kind of a vocal exploration and vocal empowerment workshop to people who are wanting to learn how to use their voice to make positive change in their lives. And I felt after a few years of giving this workshop to the public that I would love to share it with people who wouldn't otherwise have access to it. And I really feel like women who have been incarcerated are in a position where they have lost all of their resources. And that can be a pretty hopeless and desperate place for a woman. And I want to work with these women and help remind them that they will always have one resource, and it's their voice. And so let's do some things with our voices, so that their time in prison and their time hopefully out of prison and beyond prison can be empowered by their own voice and a cause of positive change.
Oh, that sounds very interesting, and very probably rewarding for them to speak. I mean, we do it in art form with drawing and coloring, but with music, it sounds even a good way too to release that. I know.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it feels like it has the potential to be very healing.
That's a great idea you have there.
Thanks.
I hope that really works out for them and for you. And I'm sure you're a little bit, must be how you feel going into it. A little.
Oh, sure, a little shaky.
Yeah. Never done it, and no one's probably never tried that. That's
Yeah.
a good thing. What other things have you done? I know you've come to where I work at Mindscape Industries for TBI.
Yeah, well, I give performances all over the state, and so I'll land in different towns and cities, and the performances happen for all kinds of reasons. Like at your place of work at Mindscape Industries, I was there helping to support a fundraising day, I believe, or a day where there was like a whole day of activities and awareness raising
Yes.
for people who have suffered traumatic brain injury.
The art walk, they made a lot of art there.
walk, that's
and
right.
painting and sanding and making jewelry, and so they were displaying what they made, and we were welcoming you in, and we're so happy that you came.
Yeah, it's an incredible experience to sing on behalf of people and causes that are effectively making the world a better place, and not just for the privileged few, but making the world a better place for people who have suffered injuries that change their lives drastically, and for people who can't otherwise, access or afford things like art therapy and music therapy. It's pretty awesome to.
Yeah, once they were, maybe they were a teacher or owned their own business. I don't know what they had before, but, and now they had this injury, brain injury, and now they're down to, they have to learn a whole new form of working or living, or why am I here kind of thing. And art in all its forms, the music, I mean, that helped, and that's always soothes the soul, as they say. I'm so glad that you came. You've been great. So this, did you have to, so you had to write the song? Is that how you got picked? Was this a contest, or?
It's not a contest. The state puts out a formal application every 2 years, and it's a very thorough application, I'll say. And one of the components is that each applicant has to write an original Connecticut song. So I wrote one, and I'd love to play it for you. It's called Connecticut Roads.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, that would be so great if you could play that. Oh, wow. We're lucky, right? So tune in. We'll be there soon. I also hear that there's also fundraising coming up.
Sure is.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you haven't heard about Pumpkin Stock.
Yes. We had that birthday girl on just
You had
the other
Adelaide
day.
on your show already. So
Yeah.
Pumpkin Stock is also a fundraising event geared towards helping match TBI survivors with musical instruments. And so Adelaide Pumpkin Datsuk is the namesake of Pumpkin Stock, and she's asked me to come play, and I will be my first Pumpkin Stock.
Yeah, she said she's had 3 so far.
She's had 3. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow,
this will be her 3rd one.
And she's a young person.
10. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
Before we go on, I want to ask you something about that. Is there anything else coming up that you're singing for?
There is. You and I have a mutual friend
Yes.
in Susan O'Million.
Yes.
And
She's great.
she is wonderful advocate out there doing work to support women who have suffered abuse, and are working together with Susan to heal, survive, and then thrive after what can be some of the most terrible times in their lives. So Susan has written a novel.
Yes.
And
quite.
it's so good. I read it in like 3 days. It's called Awaken, and she'll be launching her novel on Wednesday, October 18th at the YWCA in Hartford.
In Hartford.
And I'll be playing some music that, some
What
songs
time is that?
I believe it's at 6 p.m.
Okay. So you're playing there.
I'm playing some songs that will sort of complement different parts of the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
You wrote up yourself.
Yeah, songs
own
that I've
words.
written myself.
Yes, she does amazing work because her niece, it started with her niece Maggie, who was killed by her abuser because she wanted to leave. It's a very sad story. And then she came and she changed that around and make workshops for women to help them move forward. There's many steps and stages to that. So I'm happy to have gone through that, as I'm sure you have too.
I am, and I think if you're at all curious about Susan's work or want a community of women and men who support the wellness of each other and of women in particularly, come to the book launch.
Yeah.
This book is good.
Yes. So back to Adelaide. Is there a personal reason that you wanted to go? I know she's taken up her birthday day to help others. This is amazing young girl with amazing voice and guitar, as well as you, who's going to sing there with others. And her dad works at a place where they had traumatic brain injuries and acquired brain injuries, strokes and stuff. Is there any connection for you in there?
There is. Yeah, I sustained a traumatic brain injury 20 years ago.
20 years
20
ago.
years ago,
Wow.
yeah. I was 19 and I got hit on a ski slope in Vermont, and it changed the course of my life.
Wow. Do you smack right dab in a tree? It's usually
I didn't. I got hit by another skier.
another skier.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So playing at events that support assistance and resources for traumatic brain injury survivors is a personal thing for me, because I received so much in my own recovery, and music was such a pivotal and critical component to the way and reason that I recovered as
Help
well
you
as I did.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you want to give back and help.
So if I can get up there and with my guitar
Yeah.
and play some songs in support of others'
Oh, absolutely.
recovery, that's good.
Speaking of, can we hear those songs that you mentioned, like the Connecticut State Troubadour song and the others?
I'd love to play another song for you.
Okay, all right. Okay, listen in. We're going to hear Kate Callahan, this Connecticut State Troubadour, sing the song and other songs for Connecticut. Thank you.
I was born to a family of four. We told jokes, we sang in the car with the windows down in summer, spring and fall. We sang songs to feel who we were, and we drove a Connecticut road, and we'd sing until we got home. Well, my sis and I saw the future bright from the top of Talking Mountains green. So she left home, she went overseas, and I mounted stages to sing. And lifting off out of Bradley Field, over homes and farms and growing trees. Well, I could see the roads where I come from, and why my home is where I want to be. And I drove a Connecticut road, and I'd sing until I got home. And certain roads bend back and forth and become trials, the truth and save our smiles. Well, I went searching for a city skyline, and I ended up in the heart of a city growing all the time like me. This is where I've got my start. Now I see friends on the road of life, and this road is everything we've known. Of jobs and health, finding love of self, we do it here in this place we call home. And we drove a Connecticut road, and we'd sing until we got home. Connecticut roads. All the way home. Everywhere a wall stands bare between your fear and your life. Well, you know a wall, like you know your pride. And if we look for the good, we'll get on the other side. When you're broken, your heart is frozen, lift your head, lift your eyes, and see the sun, and feel its size. And if we look for the good, we'll get on the other side. You got fear, you got a mess, you got a fight and embarrassment. Oh, you got all the time inside to see things right and embrace it. Ground beneath your feet, it grows for good, it grows for life. Let nature speak. Go ahead, confide. And if we look for the good, we'll get on the other side. The crumbling of a thousand walls is by design, and the crumbling of a thousand walls is by design. Open, love, embrace, involve, invite, inspire, it's time. And love, 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 love. Open, love, embrace, involve, invite, inspire. It's time.
This is my song, Love Rings Out. When we do good and great and right, love rings out. When we do wrong and make it right, love rings out with gifts of hate and consequence. When somebody made to shake us out of safety nets and bring out the brave, it brought us out. When there's a question in the air, love rings out. When people find themselves in prayer, love rings out. We make change, go door to door, and somebody says, if we're not loving, what's it for? Love is the thread. Bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that love would appear. When we become a conscious nation, love rings out. When we accept the invitation, love rings out. When people ask to be respected, love rings out. When kindness shines and it's reflected, love rings out. For the land of the free,
Wow, that was absolutely beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
I've beautiful songs. I'm trying not to either fall asleep or cry. I don't know which. What were those 3 songs again? I forgot the names.
I started with Connecticut Roads. The second song is Look for the Good, and this third one was Love Rings Out.
Wow. And you wrote all these songs and
I
the
sure
title
did.
and the music. Absolutely wonderful. Do you have a website that people can get more information?
Absolutely. So you can find out all about your Connecticut State Troubadour, me, Kate Callahan, at kate-callahan.com.
Great. I'm looking forward to seeing you in other events that we both share coming up in October and wherever you may be.
Thanks, Christine.
Yes. And all power to you and give you many energy for being what you have to do.
Thank
and the
you.
great causes. Thank you so much for what you do.
You're welcome.
And stay tuned, and thank you for tuning in to Kidz Corner. And we'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.